Ever wonder what it takes to live a life creatively? So do we. That's why we're here, to find out what clever people do to be successful in the arts. I'm Cecily Korst, and this is the Trailer Talks. We're interviewing artists and musicians, educators and entrepreneurs, at home and on the road. So come on, it's going to be a good trip. Hey, welcome to the trailer. Come on in. Today, we're back on the road in Hollywood with Rémi Brun, a pioneer in motion capture. Here's the rest of his story.
Trois kilos de comté. Trois kilos de bris. Oui, parce que chez MocapLab, quand on organise une soirée, eh bien on fait une vidéo. Alors cette fois-ci, pas de chirurgien, j'ai pas de bras. Non. Par contre, on a gardé le concept du fromage. Et du vin aussi. Fameux le vin, fameux.
So, what's the creative process like for you?
Ooh, that's I'm actually interested in the question, and I'm wondering how it works. I love, first of all, it's something I enjoy, and I've always enjoyed trying just to sit in a chair or in my bed and just dream of new things. And they don't come when you write down or you decide to do something. They come when actually they come. I don't know when they come. I believe that sometimes just doing something is helpful. Like putting yourself into action, even if it's purely in your mind. Mm-hmm. But it's absolutely not abstract. For me, I love mathematics and all that, and people say it's abstract, and so you've got an abstract mind. I believe I don't have an abstract mind. I'm just very good at bringing abstract into reality and writing reality in a very concrete way. And so that's the way I work. I'm not, so it's very concrete. I mean, it's in my mind, but it's very concrete thinking.
You work with a fairly large team. I mean,
my team for my work with the visual part, recording movement and everything, is between 5 and 10, which is good. They help me doing this horse. They helped me doing the skateboarder, which was actually you've seen the skateboarder, yeah, which is so far the most challenging piece we did, because it's like 5 meters long, 3 meters high, 1 meter wide. It was hanging in a big, in the Gaîté Lyrique in Paris, which is a big digital art new museum, which was hanging like this height. So we had not only to do the sculpture, but to make sure it would hang properly and people would walk below. And it was like 5 kilometers of wires, and we finished the piece at 6 o'clock in the morning, the day of the opening.
Oh wow!
So it was like and we didn't do it before. We just built it on the set.
Wow!
It was quite stressful. So I wish I could have more help to get less stress and to more pieces.
Of all the projects you have done and the company that you've built, what was this past year's pinch me moment for you?
Pinch me?
The most
thrilling,
exciting thing that has happened. Thrilling, yes.
Yeah. Well, I have to say, when we did the skater, we hang the skater at 6 o'clock in the morning, and we plugged it in, and it was like it doesn't work, but then it was like, that was a great moment, because I'm exhausted, and then I'm in this big hall, and then the piece was in my head, it was in the computer, but if what is in the computer is enough. There's no point making it. So when you make it, it's there, and it's like anything. It's just so different, so real size. And I remember walking up around and enjoying it, and that was a wonderful moment.
What's the one thing that you would piece of advice that you would give to somebody who is exploring
Creation.
this type of creative life?
You hear everybody say, well, just you've got to persevere, because it took a long time. It took me 12 years to go from the idea to the. You've got to be. I think if you're true to yourself, if you do it for yourself, and you want to. The day I did the first horse, I did it for me. I knew it would work, and it should work, and I just wanted to see that, because I thought if it works the way it should work, I'm just going to smile and to love it. And if you do it for that reason, and then if you have this conviction that when you would have finished it, you're going to love it, then it gives you the power to persevere. And then, of course, at least there'll be someone who will be pleased with what you've done. And if you were right, then maybe some other people will share that enjoyment. But maybe that's because I've been trying to be an inventor, and I'm inventing, but I've got many pieces, even things which have got nothing to do with movement or with my job. And of course you have to have the right idea, but you should have plenty of ideas. I mean, I've got plenty of ideas. Mm-hmm. The point is which one to follow, and which one to follow is a big word, which one to put time on, and that is the tricky part. I've got so much to explore, but I believe movement has got something to do with spiritual and with sacred things. And it's not a surprise that, well, I don't know, all the martial arts and Tai Chi and everything, they are not just sports. They've got something to do with spiritual. Mm-hmm. And there are a lot of places where movement is involved in spiritual things, like praying, like dervishes.
Whirling dervishes?
Yes. And I believe that exploring movement will just be finding a new, nice animated sculptures. It will be digging into that matter, mm-hmm. and understanding it more. I believe movement is central in our lives, so it has to be central in a lot of experience, and especially the spiritual world.
So what will success be for you in the future?
Success, I don't know what I want, what I wish, is that I've got enough success, whatever, I've got enough interest that I can do much more sculptures, because I've got so many in my head, and I think it is a whole new world of if you like movement and if you find a way to show it, it's a whole exploration to be done, and I've got the rest of my career plus my retirement to do it, but that's a lot of years, hopefully, but that's not enough to finish. So I wish I could start as early as possible to do some more.
That was a peek inside of Rémi Brun's life and journey. You can find out more about Rémi on YouTube and on his website, MocapLab.com. Check out those sites and join us for our next road trip when the trailer talks. I'm Cecily Korst. See you next time.